largest variable implicated in childhood illnesses, accidents, teenage pregnancy, and substance misuse. Truancy, school disruption, underachievement, child abuse, unemployability, juvenile crime, and mental illness. When you and I have got great parents who brought us up, made us who we are, there are few out there who haven't got. We have with us this morning Ms. Lena and her mother, Mrs. Raja. Ladies and gentlemen, I want each of you to put your hands together as loud as possible for them. Ms. Nalina Ramalakshmi and her mother, Mrs. Sudha. Ms. Nalina Ramalakshmi, who will take us through the welcome address, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Over to you.
दिखलाता नहीं तेरी परवाह करता मैं मां तुझे सब है पता है ना मां तुझे सब है पता मेरी मां मुझे घर के भी आना पाऊंगा भेजना इतना दूर मुझको तो याद भी तुझको आना पाऊंगा क्या इतना बुरा हूँ मैं मां क्या इतना तुझे सब है पता है ना तुझे सब है पता मेरी
To count this together, requesting our address to please let it out so that we could have the rest of them have the privilege to see the launch, ladies and gentlemen, requesting all of you to please bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, parentcircle.com.
And no bigger challenge either. Parenting is a full-time job. No breaks, no pay, and tough bosses to contend with. It's not something you buy off the shelf or learn at a university. Parenting is a lifelong journey of love. As someone rightly said, there's no one way to be a perfect parent, but a million ways to be a good one. At Parent Circle, we bring the world together.
There we go. And there you have it. You have a few great clip books that have been curated by the people that you know and trust. We have some of them with us today, and we're really glad that they were able to make it. But, let me open this clip book that's done by our team at Parent Circle. So this is a clip book. It's a collection of multimedia content. So if you flip through, they have great images, links from across the web, and much more. So for example, if this...
That's good. Firstly, can I request all of you to put your hands together and give a big round of applause to Mr. Prahlad Acharya, please. I was really disappointed with the response from the crowd here, because I think there was such a fabulous demonstration and display of a mother and a child relationship which I saw, and I think it was fabulous. He's such a talented artist, magician, and I was really moved. It was really an emotional experience watching that. And I saw my neighbor on the table clapping for every slide. It was every movement he was doing. I think it was a phenomenal presentation, and I would like again to thank Nalina and the team of Parent Circle for having me over here. Suffering with viral fever last week, but she wanted to be a part of this because we are all parents. Both of us, I've got 2 kids. My son is 8-year-old and my daughter is 6-year-old, and we know how important parenting is. And whoever has followed my career always have mentioned in the open the influence of my parents, the kind of upbringing they gave me, and because of that I've been able to face various situations in my life. The way the children shape what makes them happy. Most of them, it was material pleasures. And at that age you expect that. But even then, at that tender age, they're still told that making their parents happy makes them happy. But for me, the biggest gift my parents gave, and I'm sure all these kids will realize once they grow big, once they get into their careers, once they become mature, is the upbringing the parents give to the children is probably the biggest and the best gift any child can expect in their lives. And I was very fortunate, as Nalina already mentioned, my parents always taught me to be a good human being. It didn't matter for them whether how many marks I got in my school, in my academics, how many runs I scored in a cricket match, what I have done. But ultimately what they always used to emphasize is how many people did you make smile, how many people did you make sure that they are happy. And you have to be a good human being before you can make others happy. So I think I was very fortunate that my parents inculcated the best values in me and in my brother. And I think it's the same in my wife's case. Her parents were instrumental in making the person she is, a very humble, very modest, and very cultured. I still call her a girl or a lady. Yeah, very cultured person, and I think it's very important, and all of us know that in our lives, at whatever age we are today, how much influence our parents had in our lives till now. So I think it's a great initiative. Raja gave an excellent demonstration. It's quite easy, but when I was seeing that, I was remembering my time in Lancashire, England. This was in 2007. Me and my wife, after the tour of England, when India played England in the Test series, I was contracted with the Lancashire team to play the county cricket. And there were times when I used to be out for almost a week. And my wife used to stay back in Manchester. There were times when my son, Sarvajit, who was just 7 months then, would fall sick. And I was not in Manchester, I was traveling to play a county match. But what does Shailaja do? Shailaja picks up the phone, calls my parents, asks them what's the best medicine, what's the best medication she can give to my son. She was fortunate, I was fortunate that my parents were just a phone call away. But I was always thinking, what happens to the people or the parents who don't have access to doctors at late hours in the night, especially when they're traveling abroad they're in unfamiliar conditions, unfamiliar environment. What has happened to these kind of parents? And I think that's a great initiative by Parent Circle, because all they have to do is log on to Parent Circle, just type in what's the problem with their kid, and I'm sure they'll get proper advice. What's the right medication? I think wellness is one of the key areas which is mentioned in the Parent Circle, and that really is a wonderful initiative. The other important thing which I saw in the presentation was the resources. I think that's so important, because both me and my wife always try to go on Google, and as Raja mentioned, it's not necessary that the first 2 pages in the Google, when you go to Google search, will give you the best resources available. It may be in the 10th page, it may be in the 50th page, but sometimes we miss out because we don't go beyond the 2nd page, Google search, and we may not end up getting the right kind of resources for the need we have for our kids. But when you go on Parent Circle, I'm sure that we'll get the right kind of answer for the kind of resources we require. Example, where to join my kids for a dance class. All I have to do is probably go on Parent Circle, dance class in Hyderabad. I'm hoping that they'll have more resources from Hyderabad also. And a lot of attention that what can be done, and it can be helpful for her in helping our kids to become happy kids. I'm sure they're happy, but they can be more happy if we have more information, which is authentic information, and trust is an important word which you have used when you are talking. And all the people who are contributing in this website are, I'm sure, very responsible, very authentic, and trustworthy people. So I'm sure that all the information here is authentic, and we all can benefit from visiting this website. So all the very best with this initiative, and may all the parents enjoy bringing up their lovely kids by using this wonderful website. Thank you very much.
Talk or give any tips about parenting. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Mr. Prahlad Acharya. It was very touching and moving show put by him. And Nalini and Anima, it's a wonderful initiative, especially in this present day generation where there are no joint families. Nuclear families are more. So this app is going to help all the parents. And I would like to have this, because I am running a play school first innings, I want to be signed in this parenting circle. That would be really wonderful. Because we also put up many, daily, if you, in the website, we also put up many ideas and parenting tips. I think this will be pretty much useful for all the parents. And that's it now. No more.
Thank you so much for introduction. Is it a video par excellence? And he definitely doesn't need an introduction here. He always puts values and ethics ahead of himself at all times of his life, and is now a role model for the youth of the nation. On behalf of parentcircle.com, thank you so much, Mr. and Mrs. Lakshmi, for being part of this.
And I am glad that they are very successful in bringing out such a platform and delivering it to parents today. It is very wonderful that V.V. Lakshmanan has agreed to be the chief guest today and release this platform today. I think he spoke very well and he understood what is all about. And I request all the friends here to understand the meaning of parenting and bring their child, develop their child the love and affection, and also allow them to pursue in the interest, whatever interest they have. That's what V.V. Lakshman's parents did. That's why he is successful.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it to them as loud as possible. Our guests of honor for today, who are with us, sparing their time out and making up for this event. Thank you so much for being a part of this great event. Thank you so much.